Alright everyone, welcome to another video, and as you've seen in the title, today I'm doing a commentary video on Outdoor Lab, which is this thing. You see, it's this thing they do where I live, where basically you go to, your school does like a week-long field trip, and it's like camp, except there's classes, but they're pretty easy classes, so it's really just like camp. What you gotta understand is what we had was there were so we had our bunkhouses, which we got to request people for, and I got a great bunkhouse. Cool Kyle 10 was gonna be in my bunkhouse, but he is ill, which is annoying. So actually in the bunkhouses they accidentally put me in a girls' bunkhouse. And I didn't realize it. I was just bummed that I wasn't with Omen and Cool Kyle 10. By the way, subscribe to them. Give Cool Kyle 10 some support. He has COVID, but he feels fine, so he's probably been making a lot of content lately. I haven't checked. This wall obstacle is killing me. No pun intended. Wait, am I first? Oh, no, I got shot. Hate it when you get shot. Isn't it so annoying, getting shot? Oh my god, I'm bad. But yeah, either way, they put me in a girls' bunkhouse, and I didn't realize. But, then my mom was like, well, let's see who is in your bunkhouse if it's not who you requested. And, see, I didn't know it was a girls' bunkhouse. And I looked through and I'm like, oh. And there were 5 of them, and all their last names and they were all at the bottom of the list. My 5 bunkmates, I'm so bad at this game. And they were all at the bottom of the list because their last names started with, like, W and Z. So we get down to, this kid whose last name is Scott, and I'm like, thought that was a girl. And then we get further down, and I'm like, these are all girls. And so, I text my science teacher about it, and this thing was put on by the science teachers. So, yeah, and then my science teacher emails me back and is like, yep, sorry about that, you're actually in Castleview. And I'm like, yes, because Castleview I was with Cool Kyle 10 and Oh Man. And, but then we realized Kyle was sick. So they gave us 2 other kids who I don't think were requested by anyone or weren't the day the request forms were sent out or something. But they gave us Brandon, who I'm fine with, but this other kid in our bunkhouse did not like. So they just fought the entire time until he got sick and went home on the second day. And then they also gave us this kid. I'm not going to say names, but I'm going to talk really bad about him. His name was... Oh, I just said I'm not going to say names. Never mind, his name wasn't. First place, baby. But yeah, it was really annoying, and we were all really bummed about it, because this was like a last second thing. And, if Kyle wasn't already really annoyed and if Kyle and the rest of us weren't already really annoyed that he didn't get to go because he had COVID, then we were really annoyed now. And I'm pretty sure Brandon was just not there the day the request forms came out. But I think Ryan just didn't get requested. I said names. My bad. No. Oh man, never saw that coming. I'm an idiot stick. But either way, so yeah, we ended up with them. But it wasn't that much of a problem, because as I said, Brandon went home on the second day out of 4 days. We left on Thursday, and it was an hour and a half bus ride there, which was annoying, but I just sat with Omen, and we just chilled. We played Hangman with the girls across the aisle and the kid behind us, and eventually just, like, half the bus joined, but, which was fun, because I brought a notebook, because I have a brain, and figured I'd want something to do on the bus. And, yeah, so we did that the entire bus ride there. And then we get there, and we are all sorted into our bunkhouses, and we put away all our stuff. And I have a bunkhouse of like 10 people. There's a bunkhouse that only has 5, and that was the one I was almost put in. And then I'm kind of annoyed, because I didn't want to have a bunkhouse of so many people, and would prefer to just have a bunkhouse of 5 people, because it would be easier to keep track of and be more fun community. But the 10 people we had were the boys, aside from Ryan, because you got to request. And, so I was pretty happy with my bunkhouse. But yeah, we had, so you have, the teachers don't run it. There's high school kids who volunteer there for a week, and there's one of those in your bunkhouse, and there's also, an intern who is someone who just lives in the certain cabin for a semester. I thought I was going to get past that trap. And we had the coolest intern guy. His name was Axe, which is, first of all, incredible name for Outdoor Lab. I'm really jealous of his name. But yeah, he was awesome. When we wake up in the morning, they would call us over. They used walkie-talkies as an intercom, and there was just one taped to the wall, because it was Outdoor Lab. They're not going to be incredibly high-tech about anything. Oops. But, yeah, so but yeah, we also had this high school leader guy called Denley, who was also awesome. But yeah, they would call us in the morning, and Axe's strategy to keep us from falling back asleep was to play music really loud all morning, and it got annoying, but because he didn't have very good music since he had been living at Outdoor Lab for a semester and is not really in touch with music. I like 80s music, like 80s rock, like AC/DC. One of my favorite bands is Dio, D-I-O. Highly recommend them. They don't get much radio play except for on like Aussie Boneyard XM channels. Oops. But yeah, they're a great band. Highly recommend giving them a listen. But yeah, I didn't like his music at all, and I don't think my bunkhouse did either, because there was a little bit complaining about it, and he was obviously sort of tired of it, because there's no service there, and he just had like 20 songs downloaded. So I don't think anyone was very happy with the music situation, but it was better than like just having us talk all morning or go back to sleep and it be a problem. Because we woke up at 6:30 and then had a flag ceremony at 7:30, where we would like, a bunkhouse or two would be chosen to be the color guard, and they'd like present the flags and everything, and we did it, and you had the choice to sing when it was your turn, you had the choice to sing the national anthem or say the Pledge of Allegiance. And Axe told us that only one bunkhouse that semester had done the national anthem. So we figured, hey, we'll be different. And so there were only 10 of us, so we teamed up with a bunkhouse of 5 other boys, and we decided to sing the national anthem, which was crazy, because, oh my god, I could have won there. because there were people who could sing really well, and there were people who couldn't sing. So it was just kind of voice chaos the entire time. I could have won by so much if I weren't like that. Oh my god, I'm so bad. But yeah, people were obviously very surprised, and the first verse, people just started saying the Pledge of Allegiance, then realized, hold up, wait a minute, they're singing. And so, yeah, people talked about it for a while, which was the desired effect. We wanted to be like a memorable part of the Outdoor Lab experience. And it was pretty fun, kind of cool. And so yeah, there's that. And after the flag ceremony, you'd go to breakfast. And the food was so incredible. Like, I'm the death. It's odd. The food was so good. What I like to do as the death is watch the people who do not know how to play and just follow them. And just bully the people in last. You ready? Boom. This trap is so powerful when people just continue to walk at it. Oh, we have an AFK kid. Alright, floor fire. Double kill. Alright, is he gonna do it? Oh, he leaped. Meow. Oh, this is so fun. This is the best game. But yeah, the food was incredible. The first day for breakfast, we had pancakes and I forget what. It was pancakes and sausage links. And we expected school food. Well, I'll be real, but this food was top notch. Like, this was that good. This was that funky chunky. This stuff was delish. Yum. And uh-oh. Hang on. But yeah, there. At the end they had us write letters, like, of gratitude, and the guy who received the most letters was the chef, Chef Danny, and everybody loved that guy because he actually made good food, and it was a really great break from all the school food. I pack my own lunch. I mean, Mom packs my lunch, but I bring lunch from home, and so why is my microphone like about to eat the table? And so it was still great, I will say. But after breakfast, we'd have our first core class, and the lunch table was randomized. I liked my lunch table. I was the only boy there, at my lunch tables, so I felt like I might get like left out, but they were nice, so yeah. And so I don't know if you guys knew, but there's this crazy green stuff that grows outside. It's like the floor has hair. No, I'm kidding. I know what grass is. That was a gamer joke. But yeah. After that we had our core classes, and the core classes were also randomized groups. And so I was with Omen again, because we always end up together and have been since we were 6 years old. Yeah, even when they were giving out the letters on the last day that we received from our parents, our letters were right next to each other in the pile, which is kind of hilarious because our ELA teacher was like, "What? Even their letters are together?" Because me, let me adjust my microphone again, it's fallen. Me, Omen, and Cool Kyle 10 are like the squad, along with our friend Tiger. He was in the video. He was in the Mario Kart video. And we are the boys. We're all on the same soccer team. And so that was a ton of fun. Yeah, but the core group was a ton of fun. The first day we did team building activities, and the activities me and my group did were, wow, that's a lot of jump boost. We did this thing where there were 3 boxes and we had to get the entire group across all 3 boxes without touching the ground, and we had 2 like wooden like planks, and one was short and one was longer. None of them could stretch between the boxes, and there was a smaller box, and then a box of the same size, and we could barely all fit on the first box, and it was kind of awkward, but like by the end of that thing, it was we had been doing so much team building that it wasn't awkward anymore because it took us long enough to figure it out. I was the one who figured it out because Miss McLeod, who was watching, accidentally said something about physics, and I'm like, aha, I know what this is, but I won't tell you all the solution in case you haven't had outdoor lab yet. And I think Omen's brother watches my videos. I don't think his sister does. Cool skip. But, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't done it yet, so I won't tell you. And the other activity we had to do was, a seesaw activity, where, there was just this, like, giant seesaw, and we had to try and get it to balance without it touching either side for as long as we could. And, I'm getting really good at Death Run. And so, wow, this is a long video. I might have to have you guys leave a like for part 2. And so we did, I could probably wrap this up. So, yeah, we just had to keep it balanced as long as possible. And I also came up with the solution for how to do that. We would just, actually, I'm not going to spoil it again, but it wasn't all that complex. So the other days, instead of doing the team building activities, naturally, we had already done them. This microphone is a pain. Am I gonna go to the nether? Hang on. Is that a thing? I think it's nether-proof. Did I just find the biggest bug in Death Run history? In Hive history? Hang on. Yeah. No, it just keeps you in the nauseous portal animation. I thought that would have been so cool. That's the obstacle that I always die on. But, yeah, we had core classes the next days. So we basically had eat, 2.5 hour class, eat, 2.5 hour class. And the classes we did were, 2 of them are hikes. One of the hikes was ecosystems. One of the hikes was, like, I forget, I think it was like site history or something. And in the ecosystems hike, we learned about like trees and stuff. And the hike for Yeah, it was site history and ecosystems were the hikes. And we had 4 total classes. We got there on Tuesday. We slept 3 nights. We got there on Tuesday and left on Friday. So Tuesday and Friday were half days. So I only actually had like 4 total core classes. Oh, and one of them was like preserving nature or something. I don't really remember. They were a ton of fun though. It doesn't sound like it's a ton of fun, but that was some of the most fun I've ever had. Was at Outdoor Lab. I'm trash at parkour. Meow. Wee. Yeah, but ooh. I unlocked an underwear death skin. Because nothing says death like underwear. But yeah, so we did that, and it was a ton of fun. But on the bus ride home, they gave us like a ton of opportunities to go pee before the bus ride. And naturally, I ignored them entirely. Why am I so good at this map? But yeah, I didn't need to go, so I refused those. But the second I got on the bus, I'm like, oh, I sort of need to pee. So, an hour and a half later, I was like, let me off this bus. I'm going to explode. And so, yeah, either way, that was my Outdoor Lab experience. I went outside. So I'm Maroon Sheep 33. I hope you will subscribe and have had fun watching my videos. And I'll see you, yes, you, in the next video. Goodbye.